Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, come here and watch this. Still a little shut. It's better.
Gonna do one more.
Yeah. So that's, see how it's less twisted across,
Yeah.
right? So set your hips a little more, they're open, go halfway. Yep. Stay there. So what if you fell more almost that way, right? You won't let it. Good, do it again. Yeah. There you go, yeah. There you go, do that and hit it. Hips get square. To the top, go. Good. Good. So I think you've done such a nice job, you and Jackson, on this online program. And your pivot, like I always said, like you tell you're such a good athlete, it's getting better and better. I think we want to just keep working on getting that club to get a little less across and a little less shut, right? And I think you could do some stuff like, go ahead and do some more of those. Feet squared up, they're open, a little more. Left, there you go. Hips, halfway. Now this is that, this way. Right. So that's square. Okay. Do that again. Hips, part way. Feel that? What feels different in that?
Well, it's like, this is straight now.
Okay.
And it doesn't feel like I'm out here, it feels like I'm more up.
Right, right. Good. Now do that again. Hips get square. This is real important for you on the golf course. Learning to get your lines correct.
Yeah.
To get your feet a little more square. There you go. Right? Good. Part way. Up. Go. Does that feel any different?
A little bit, yeah.
Right? Do that again.
Feels like I'm going straight up.
So you feel like you're going straight up, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's important, so you think of where yours goes. Yours tends to get under and shut, and it gets a little across and shut, right? So I think it's good. It does smell like acid.
It's like once every like 30 seconds, it's like
You catch a whiff.
a rotten smell.
I think something died behind one of those walls. Mm-hmm. All right, again. So feet, a little more square. There you go. Halfway. Right? Now, this arm has to let it go up. Right?
Just fold.
Forward while you're turning. Right? Do that. Good. Now do that with the ball. To the top. Good. Good. And I think you can do some stuff too. Hit one or two more. Slide. See the slider over there?
Yeah, it's right here.
All right, perfect. So get in here, right? Stand right here. You're not going to hit it. Just get your grip like this. All right. So go halfway. Right, so there. Now that's square. Now up, turn. So that would be perfectly square, right? So that's awesome right there. Does that feel different?
Yeah.
Good, do that again. So good. Again, halfway, up, square. Good, do 2 more of those. Awesome, awesome. Now get your club. And make it feel the same. Look at this, look up there, and watch this though. So you look at here, see how it's twisted across. See the difference in where see the difference in how your hand and your arm is? Big difference, right? Now go slow and make it feel that way. In fact, do it just like you got the slider.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that was nice, bro. One more of those?
Did that one look like I went straight up?
Yeah, it looked real close to what it looked like with that slider. Do it again. Up. Good shank. It's kind of like that one on the.
Yeah.
One more. Halfway. All right, come here and watch this. This is a huge difference, okay? All right, here we go. Hold this for me while you watch this, okay? So look at this. So here's your last one. Okay, here's your first one. See how that club gets around and twisted, right? And I just don't like how that's. Look at the difference in the club.
Yeah, you can't even see the face.
It's massive, right? Pretty big difference.
Is that square?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay.
We can live with that, right? You know, and then you look at it like here, right? You look at, see, and I think the more you do that stuff without the ball and you get that left arm and right arm there,
Yeah.
okay? That's all we're trying to do. So now go back over
I
there.
got that distance.
Yeah.
I brought the pack just in case.
Right? So, look. So rehearse it again. Right? So all we're trying to do is get this on. And I think you figured out what that feels like. Turn. That's it. That's such a good drill for you. Go to the top. Now unwind slow. Now that would go to the right. Look where the back of the glove is. Do it again. Down. Back of the glove towards the target. Yeah. There you go. See that? Yeah. Again. To the top. Back of the glove towards the target. There you go. This is awesome. Do it again. I'm going to film this so I can.
So just logo to the target, pretty much?
Yeah, yeah. So that would be keeping the face with, right?
All right.
All right. Do that again. So now you've got the face square. Go to the top. Unwind. Back of the left wrist at the target, right? So show me what a what those ones that you hit too far to the right look like. Go to the top, down. So that's to the right. That's when the face is shut. What do you have to do? Hold it off, right? Do it again. To the top, down, back of the left, yeah. So that's matching your release of your face. Again, to the top, down, down. So it's everything in your forward swing reacts to that club face, especially since you're such a good player, right? So that thing gets shut, gets in and shut, and what do? You go like this, trying to hold that face on. That's why, you go along and you hit some real good, but then you all of a sudden they're shitty. Yeah, right? So now go slow and just pitch those, hit some balls almost like you just pitch them out there, Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Go slow. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Right? I just think that's an awesome, you've done such a nice job. You've done such a nice job for the last couple of years building your pivot. You're going to be a good college player. Keep getting stronger. Now we just got to get that face to match so you're not trying to hold it off, right? It gets you to understand what square is. Slow. Up. Go. Now just let the club brush the turf, and you got it. That's beautiful. Feet square. Up. Go. Perfect. Great job. Great job.
That was good.
That was totally different, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So do another one, just like that. All right, come on over here. Grab the iPad right here. I'm going to show you. I can also send this to you too so you can rewatch it. So hold this, bring that over here. Right? And so you watch this. See how different that's getting versus that? Look at the difference in the face.
Looks so different.
Right?
The top.
See the difference? It's massive. Right? Now, if
Yeah,
you
on
look
that
at-
one where
if
it's
you look
just-
at this one coming down,
It was so hard to make a downswing.
see how the back of your left wrist right there, and this is big for you here. See how the back of your left wrist pointed out to the right? See that?
Yeah.
And now look how good your rotation is there. It's just titties. And if we add this, there. See how that's being held open more?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's perfect. So that lets you release your turn through, right? So now grab the slider again and do a few more. I think we got to help you structure your practice so that it's better, so that you stay on it. So we got one task today, but I think when you're working on your game and you're working with, I think that's all we're trying to do is have the one thing you got to accomplish. We're going to keep maintaining your pivot. We got to get that face match. So go to the top. Perfect. Now unwind and square the face. There. Just know where it needs to be. Right? Go to the top. Unwind. Yeah. Good. Go to the top. So the face isn't shut. So unwind now. Keep it square. There. Awesome. Now grab your wedge and hit a few more. So much better. So much better. There you go. I mean, that was solid. Now go to a longer, here, I'm gonna give you your longer club, right?
Yeah.
And I love what you have with the T, because we've worked on it. But like, so when you get this here, it's just gotta feel more up, right? Show it to me, baby. Show it to me.
I think chipping it with the wedge at first kind of helped.
Yes, no question. Halfway up. Yeah, night and day better, huh? To the top. Kind of do this without pausing, but not full speed, where you're going at a speed that you can drag it up there and have awareness of where the face is. Do that and hit it. Come on, grab the iPad and come right
I
here.
had that one crisp.
Yeah, thought it was great. So let's look at it, right? So here we go. So clubs less in, less twisted, for sure less twisted, right? Here's the one that gets across and two shut, right? So way less across, way less shut,
Yeah.
right? And that was with some speed. And then you look at this, so because it's across, it's steeper, then you gotta shallow it. Dude, that's good. Nice work. All right, so keep going. Right? Keep going. Oops. Sorry, folks. Good. All right. Hands don't need to go out, just go turn back, up, there you go, there you go. Half, up. See, that's solid as hell right there, huh?
It is.
All right, so now we'll put the, I mean, you look at the shot traces, right? Every one of them starting on line and pretty good. And I think I think that you just go at this speed and you work on starting them on line and controlling your curve. And then you add like, okay, I'm gonna try to hit it 10 yards further. Can I do a good job doing that? I'm gonna hit 10 yards. So like that last one carry 150, that's your 7-iron. So that's more a 175, 80 club. So add 10 yards to this, You don't have to go a ton faster, just hit it 10 yards further. Right? Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Awesome job. Hips, attaboy. Strike, right. Now do your slider a few more times. And I think when you're practicing, like you just hit a few good ones, you keep reinforcing, right? You keep your head looking towards the ball, attaboy. Head looking towards the ball. That's so damn good right there, bud. Good. Ah, you left that face open coming down. That's the whole release. Good. Down. That's it. Pure. To the top. Down. Now with the ball. Pretty good, huh? Pretty close. So, I mean, that's close to your full distance. I mean, you carried it 170-ish, 67. Square your hips up a little bit. I think that one started on the target line instead of right to draw because your hips weren't square. Good. Now, feel more up. Excellent.
That was like my shot there.
Right?
Yeah.
So now if that ball drifted right, what was it? That was probably the release, right?
Yeah.
That was probably the face coming down, a little bit of reaction to your own club face. Good. Again.
Should I just try like pitch this one and like just keep it square with follow through?
Yeah, I'm good with that. Whatever you feel like you need to do to get the feel of it. Now I want you to be super aware and pay attention to your hips. When you start getting them this way, right? You get them this way, that's no fun. You start on it, right? There you go. See, that came out. I thought that one was a hair more shut. Left arm was a hair lower across the top. Here, do one more of these to get the feel. Yeah, there you go.
Like this almost like.
Yeah,
all
good,
over
good,
this.
good. Yeah, so that left wrist. So this, that's what gets it shut. You feel that? Yeah. There you go. Yep. Now go ahead and hit it. Hips. Attaboy. It's getting better, getting closer, getting closer. Square your hips. Beautiful, huh?
That one was it.
Yeah. So I always like to ask you, like, if I said, say I wasn't here, say you figured this shit out on your own, right? and you called me, you said, T, got it figured out. It's way better. What would you tell me you feel like you're doing different? How would you describe it? What do you feel like you're doing different? What's your understanding?
Backswing is more up than going in. It's more straight back and straight through.
Hip square. See, that face was good there. I thought that face was really good. Hips. That was outstanding. I know we didn't capture that one. That was outstanding. Hips. Great. Again. That's right where it smells.
It could be, there's like an opening in the wall there. Something like that.
For those watching at home, it smells like ass in here. We got something dead in behind the walls. Jeez. All right, come on. Good one here. Get your hips good and square. There you go. Excellent. Huh?
Balance strength.
Right? Now go back and do your disc again. I just think the more you just use reps like this, right?
Just
You,
go
you,
back
I
and
mean, it's
forth.
like you hit 5 balls, you go back and do it. You hit 5 balls, you go back and do it. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, beautiful. Hit 5 balls, do it. Unbelievable. Now look at how little you're having to think about the backswing now with this.
Now, more so all over.
Yeah, correct. Beautiful, right? All right, now grab your club and make it feel the sound. Straighter to
I don't
miss.
think it curved.
Straighter than a minister, Steve. Right? Yeah. Like, but like this is great because you're getting more in tune with it. Yeah, like, this is as good as, I mean, this is beautiful.
Do the feet look good now?
Feet are good. Get your hips a tick more. See how that came out a fraction lower to fraction right. I thought the left arm was a hair lower, so it didn't go up as much. And I thought you held the release off a fraction. Still wasn't the worst shot we've ever hit. Hips, there you go. Show it to me. Yeah. Yeah.
The miss would just be like a little push out right.
So what's that? That's the release, right?
Just release.
And just, you know, so understand that your golf swing reacts to the club, right? And you know, your back, your left wrist is similar to a GPS, right? It's going to point. So if your face gets shut across, coming down, you're going to hold it off because you're a good player and you don't want to hit a snap hook, right? So you hold it off and you're good. You've been able to hit the slight fade. when you get the face square, and you still are a little bit this way coming in, it's just gonna hang right.
Yeah.
Show me. I don't know why I didn't pick that one. You smashed it. One more. Feet, hips. Lovely. 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 One more time with the disc, and then one more. Two with the disc. Show us what square face is. Now bring it down. There you go. Good. Again. Bring it down. Awesome. Now hit it. Feet, hips. Pretty good, right?
Yeah. I still hit that one solid too.
Yeah.